Good morning, HMS 7. It's great to see everybody back here on a Friday. Fun Friday is what we like to call this. Again, the purpose of Jumpstart. If you guys pay attention in class, we talk every week about what the purpose of Jumpstart is, and that is to go over and account for the habits of highly successful teenagers, also highly successful people. Adults, teenagers, you name it, they follow these habits. These are habits that you're not born with. You're not what with? You're not what with? Born with. That's right. You're not born with these. These are habits you develop. You do what? You do what? Develop them. These are habits that you develop over time. The first one, from the month of August into September, and I've got a live audience, you can't see them back here right now. The first one from the month of September and August was, anyone remember? That's why we're reviewing this. Be proactive. That's facing your challenges. Again, if you've got a problem in a class, being proactive, simply going up to a teacher and having a conversation with them. Second one we went over in October was to put first things first. That's prioritize. Your big rock. Focus on your big rocks, the things that you need to get done first, and then schedule everything else. So take care of your big rocks. Your big rocks right now on a Friday should be your first period. Knocking that out of the way. And then we're starting to begin with the end in mind for the month of November. The rest of these we will go over throughout the year. Beginning with the end in mind. I want you to spend 10 seconds thinking about what that means and why it is important. What does it mean to begin with the end in mind, and why is that important? Think about that for a second. Two pieces here. What it is having a clear path of where you want to go in life. Having a clear path. Derek, I'm not asking you to plan your full life ahead of you right now. Vaughn, I'm not asking you to plan your full life ahead of you, but I'm asking everyone at HMS 7 to think beyond today. Have a goal, set it for your life. Second piece, why is it important? One, it's important for two reasons. The first one is that you're at a crossroads in your life right now. The decisions you make will impact your future. We want to make as many good decisions as we possibly can to impact a positive future. The second piece is, and to me it's the most important, if you don't choose the path you want, someone else will choose it for you. Someone else will choose your path if you don't choose it for yourself. This means you're in control, you're the driver of your life. We're going to hammer this home today with a native Kansan, Gordon Parks. Anybody here in this audience know who Gordon Parks was? I'm seeing a lot of no's. He was born in Fort Scott, Kansas, southeastern part of our state. Born in Fort Scott, Kansas, lived there for the first 15 years of his life. When he grew up in Fort Scott, Kansas, African Americans could attend the same schools as white people. However, one, they could not participate in activities, and they could not do anything that was extracurricular in nature, and they were told by many people not to go to college. That's the world that Gordon Parks inherited when he got in Fort Scott. His mother died when he was 14. He shipped off to St. Paul, Minnesota to go live with relatives. He had an end in mind. Based on these pictures up here, his end in mind was taking his perspective, using his camera. Today we have a cell phone. How many people here got a cell phone? What do we mostly use our cell phones for right now? Thank you. Pictures, but they're selfies. Hey, look at me. Check this out. Look at this. How many likes am I going to get here? Who's going to look at this? Take a picture of me. Gordon Parks didn't do that. He bought a camera, one of them old ones, and started to take his perspective and take pictures of the way African Americans were treated culturally in the 50s and 60s throughout the United States. And then he took those pictures and created awareness about the way African Americans are being treated culturally in the United States. He had an end in mind. He didn't have the means. His end in mind was to use his camera, and we can do this anyway with your camera. You can do videos. You can shoot a TikTok to create awareness over positive things instead of being narcissistic and focusing on yourself, focusing on others. He had an end in mind. And his pictures were picked up by the most popular magazines at the time. He eventually became a movie producer. His end in mind was to expose the issues that were going on in the southern part of the United States through the lens of a camera. He picked it up one day and said, you know what, I've got a purpose in life. This is what I want to do. He had an end in mind. He chose what he wanted to do. He chose what he wanted to do. He didn't have could have easily had somebody pick it for him. Remember, people said you can't do extracurriculars, you can't go to college, you can't do this. He said, no, I got an end in mind. I'm going to choose to be positive with my life. And that's what we tell everybody here at HMS 7. You have a choice. Education is in your hands to make a positive choice for your future. He is a great example of that, and he's a native Kansas, just like we talked about President Eisenhower on Wednesday. Take control of your life, make positive choices, begin with an end in mind. That's what I ask you to do. As we close this out, again, you have the great discovery that has been shared with you. Fill that out. That's helping you think about beginning with an end in mind. We love you guys. It's great to see you. We'll see you around today. Great to see everyone on a Friday.